Good evening. It's Monday, the 27th of July, and here's the day. Done by dark. Tonight, the government has told a federal court in writing why it canceled more than $7 billion in energy grants. And the reason it gave is which way the states voted. The guns went quiet for a third night in the Iran war, and the price of oil fell with them. Fire has driven more than 300,000 people from their homes in France and Spain. And at the end, a story about eyes. For 9 months, the Energy Department has said the grants it canceled last October were cut because the projects did not adequately advance the nation's energy needs. In a filing in federal court in California, the government has now said something else. Its own lawyers stipulated that the terminations were, and this is the filing's language, based solely on the political identity of the grant recipient state. $7.6 billion, 321 awards across 223 projects, every one of them in the 16 states that voted for Kamala Harris in 2024. The case is Thakur versus Trump, brought by scientists whose work was defunded. What makes tonight different is not the accusation. That has been made since October. It is that the government has now agreed to it in writing, rather than argue the facts at trial. The Energy Secretary, Chris Wright, told Congress in June that politics played no part. The Budget Director, Russell Vought, has described the cuts as aimed at what he called the left's climate agenda. The department's own Inspector General opened an investigation in December. It is still open, overseas. 3 nights now with no new American strikes on Iran, and none coming back the other way. The reason reported is not diplomacy, but arithmetic. The Pentagon is running low on missile interceptors. Iran's foreign ministry says there is some movement in talks over the Strait of Hormuz. The markets read it quickly. Brent crude, above $100 a barrel last week, fell as low as $87.60 and settled near $90, its lowest in more than a week. At the pump, it is $4.11 a gallon tonight. That number moves last and slowly. In Europe, a third heat wave of the summer and what the mayor of one Gironde town calls a fire of a size never seen before. More than 300,000 people have left their homes across France and Spain. 42,000 hectares are gone in southwest France, roughly 7 Manhattans. 84 firefighters have been injured. 1 person has died near Valencia. At its closest, the fire came within 9 miles of Bordeaux. President Macron held a crisis cabinet meeting today and promised to rebuild what he called a different kind of forest. And to end tonight, something people make out of losing something. 20,000 people a year in the United States and Canada lose an eye, and fewer than 200 certified ocularists make what comes next. Half of that work is matching, painting an eye so carefully that nobody notices it. The other half is the opposite. Cat eyes, glitter, galaxies. Rachel Yee, who lost her left eye to cancer at 18 months old, wears hers gold. She raised money online for a 12-year-old named Gracie. It was covered within the hour, and 3 more eyes by morning. So she started a fund. Insurance pays for the eye that hides. It does not pay for the one that says something. Before you go, here's what to watch tomorrow. Netanyahu and Zelensky are both due at the White House. 2 wars, 1 day, 1 building. Watch whether the pause on Iran holds a 4th night, and watch the 60 countries hit by Friday's new tariffs, and which of them comes to the table first. That's Monday, a day when a government wrote down its reasons, and a great many people ran from a fire. Rest well. We'll be right here again tomorrow evening to wrap whatever comes. Done by dark. Good night.